Present value, PV, discounting future promises. John has spent the last few lessons looking into the future, watching his money grow through the power of compounding. But today, he faces the opposite challenge. A local gaming lounge wants to buy a massive fleet of custom keyboards. They offer him a deal. They will pay him $50,000, but only 3 years from now. John's first instinct might be to celebrate. $50,000 is a lot of money, but then he remembers the lesson of the time value of money. He realizes that $50,000 delivered in 3 years is not the same as $50,000 in his hand today. To make a smart decision, John needs to bring that future promise back to the present. He needs to calculate the present value. As Brealey, Myers, and Marcus explain, present value is the current value of a future cash flow. If future value was about compounding money forward, present value is about discounting money backward. To find a PV, John asks himself, how much money would I need to invest today at current interest rates to have exactly $50,000 in 3 years? The answer to that question is the true value of the contract today. If the bank offers a 10% interest rate, John wouldn't need $50,000 today to reach that goal. He would need significantly less. The formula for this calculation is the mirror image of our compounding formula. You can see it on a screen. Here, FV is the future amount $50,000, R is the discount rate, the interest rate John could earn elsewhere, and T is the number of years. When John plugs in the numbers, 50,000 divided by 1.10 in power of 3, he finds that the present value is only about 37,565. This is a massive wake-up call. The $50,000 deal is actually only worth about $37,500 in today's terms. If it costs John $40,000 in parts and labor to build those keyboards today, taking this deal would actually result in a loss, even though the final check looks large. This process is called discounting, and the interest rate is often referred to as the discount rate. Choosing the right discount rate is the most important part of John's job as a financial manager. The discount rate represents the opportunity cost of capital. It's the rate of return John is giving up by accepting this specific deal instead of investing his money in the next best alternative. If John's business is risky, or if he has other projects that could earn 15% interest, he should use a higher discount rate. A higher discount rate makes future money worth even less today. This is a fundamental law of finance. As the interest rate rises, the present value of future cash flows falls. Present value is the truth serum of corporate finance. It allows John to compare completely different financial options on a level playing field. Imagine John is choosing between 2 orders. Order A pays $10,000 today, and Order B pays $12,000 in 2 years. Without PV, you might be tempted by the $12,000, but by discounting Order B back to the present, he can see which one actually puts him in a better position right now. This is how professional investors value stocks, how banks value loans, and how CEOs decide whether to build new factories. They don't look at the raw numbers. They look at the net present value. By mastering this concept, John protects himself from future promise traps. He understands that money has a melting quality when it's moved through time. A dollar promised in the distance is like a block of ice being carried toward him in the sun. The longer the distance, time, and the hotter the sun, interest rate, the less of that dollar will be left by the time it reaches his hand. This mindset makes John a much tougher negotiator. When a client asks for flexible payment terms, John knows exactly how much that flexibility is costing him in present value terms, and he can adjust his prices accordingly to protect his margins. As John finishes his calculations, he decides to turn down the $50,000 offer unless the client agrees to pay more or pay sooner. He has learned that in the business engine, cash is the fuel, and the timing of that fuel matters just as much as the amount. Present value gives him the power to see through the fog of the future and make decisions based on the reality of today. He is no longer just a builder of keyboards. He is a builder of value, using the math of discounting to ensure that every contract he signs is a step toward true wealth, not just a series of empty promises.